distance learning and how visualization in videos can affect student retention and their attention when they watch distance learning videos. Now, distance learning focuses on teaching techniques and technology that can bring the teaching environment to people who are not at the location, the distance, or the basic classroom that we know. We've had distance learning for hundreds of years. We've had, mail-in classes, radio, TV, up until the internet, which we have now. And we're seeing a growth in distance learning. Part of it is the fact that everybody has such busy schedules that a lot of people can't find the time now to go through with normal secondary education, like coming to an institution like we do. So having online courses gives them a lot of flexibility with what they do. As we've talked about before, the effectiveness of it can be measured in like the University of Phoenix, which produced more teaching degrees last year online than any other university in the US. And there were case studies done in the last years that show that students who did online courses scored just as well as those who were in the institution. We lost the video here, but we're going to try and show that with the work we've done with Carlos this semester, both our departments here that we've been producing distance learning courses for and those we saw online in the industry, they're basically what I'm doing now, a professor up in front of a PowerPoint or a voiceover lecture. And when we met with Burton in our Go No-Go presentation, one of the things we talked about was how our purpose statement was if graphics affected. We said that was an obvious answer. It'd be like comparing a horse and buggy to a car. It's obviously going to have a better effect. So we realized that we needed to try and tweak what we thought our problem statement was going to be. So we were looking at what was the limit, what was the threshold of what visual graphics were. And some of the research we've done showed that when people learn, their brain actually physically changes to adopt that new information. It grows the new links and connections. And that the greater the stimulus you gave from the five senses, the greater the reaction and the greater the retention. So what we want to do is produce 3 different videos, or 3 different levels of graphics in the videos that would help show off what this was supposed to be. Fortunately, a lot of our videos broke on this link. But it'd be as we'd have the basic PowerPoint, a PowerPoint with more animations added in it, and then actual sweeping camera angles. For the course content for the lectures, we left it up to Carlos, and he decided to go with using things like Alice or Game Salad or things like Unity to teach instructors how to teach students different concepts, either in actual game creation or basic things like math and science through a physics engine. One of the first roadblocks we hit with our project was that our lab space wasn't great enough to do what we wanted to do. We wanted these great big camera angles that we couldn't get in our lab. So we decided that we were going to try and find a new lab space. And we looked at several different places around campus, but they wouldn't let us set up for more than a week at a time, or they wouldn't give us a week at a time to set up and actually film. And we found this building through Carlos, North and Fowler, that would let us set up, and then Purdue's lawyers came back and told us that we couldn't actually enter into a lease with them. So what we ended up doing was, another video was our time lapse, which you guys saw earlier. We decided to actually build a green screen lab here in 346, bigger than what we had. So we shut down the lab for a week and a half and actually set up. We built a new wall partition and cleared out most of the